Hey guys, it's Brianna from Briannalisaphotography, and this is episode 3 of Brianna's Critiques. And this is a mini series here on my YouTube channel where I give advice and corrections on photos that I see either online or on social media or whatever. This episode I got just random photos from Instagram and photographers and models that I see on Instagram, and we're just gonna see what's up. We're gonna review a couple photos, and I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion and critiques on how I would edit the photo and how I would make it better. So here we go. This first photo is of my friend Jade Ash. We actually met in a meetup in Tampa in February, and she's amazing. She's such an amazing model. And the photographer's name is Dragon's Breath Photo. All of the links to their Instagram accounts for the photographers and the models are going to be in the description box below if you want to check their channels out and go follow them on Instagram. Okay, so this is a lovely black and white photo and it's super pretty. The first thing that I would have tried to avoid is the background. I feel like this photo has so much of the background and not so much of the model. I feel like even if you cropped it, I feel like the photo just would have been taken better if it was at a lower angle and more horizontal to her body instead of on top of her with most of the background in the back. And the background is overexposed, and I hate overexposed backgrounds. I think you guys know that by now. But I really love this pose, except I don't like how this model's arm is kind of covering her eye. I wish you could have either put it somewhere else, or I don't know, it's just I don't really like it covering the eye like that, and the elbow looks a little bit awkward there. I don't know, but I do love the clothing. I love the black and white style. But I would have brought out the shadows a little bit more instead of making the shadows black, because I can barely see her face because of all of those black shadows in there. But honestly, other than that, I love this photo so much. I think the photographer and the model did an excellent job on the shoot. Moving on to the next photo is by Sophie's Eye Photography, and the model is unknown. I did not find who this model was, but we're going to still critique it. So I have a lot of things with this particular photo right here. I always hate taking out or leaving out body parts, like certain body parts in a photo, because I feel like all body parts should be shown, whether it's like either the eye, sometimes the neck, the fingers, the feet, the arms. It's just certain things that you shouldn't cut out of a photo, especially from a model's, body. So right off the bat, I don't like how I can't see her right arm. I feel like her right arm should have been either up in her hair or maybe on her shoulder to the side, maybe on her cheek. And I also don't like how she has I love the posing with her legs, but I would have loved to see like a more dynamic pose with the other arm too. And I don't like how this arm is just straight. You never want to have anything too straight in a photo because doesn't create the best flattering look to the model. And I feel like she should have bent her arm, maybe put it in her hair, maybe on her shoulder, maybe put that other hand on her cheek or on her other side. But that's what I would have changed. And I usually do not let my clients have like hair ties on, because if it doesn't match with the look, then I just tell them to take it off, because it just looks very amateur and just not well thought out. So I don't think that this bracelet really goes with this outfit too much. I know that's everyone's different opinion, but I don't think so for myself. And I do not like where this photo was taken. This photo was taken, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the place because I do love the background on the wall, but I just don't like how there are people walking in the background because it is an intersection. And I feel like this photographer should have waited till they passed at least to take the photo. And I don't like cars in the background of my photos either. It's just very sloppy, and it just feels very amateur to me. So, okay. I don't like how all the street signs are there and everything. It just looks very, like, it doesn't draw attention to the model. The model's just kind of there. And I don't like how it's very overexposed. You know, the sky is exposed in this photo. It just makes everything look very like, what are you supposed to be paying attention to? Because our human eyes naturally go to the brightest part of the photo. And right now the brightest part of the photo is not the model, which it should be. But it is the sky, and that's what I was drawn to at the very first, was the sky. So that's all I would change in this photograph, but other than that, I feel like this photographer did an amazing job and the model did a good job. Moving on to the next photo for my critique is this beautiful model. It looks like she's in the jungle, and the photographer's Instagram name is Rochelle Lala, and this model's name is Talia. Okay, right off the bat, I love her outfit. It is so pretty. I love her top. But I don't like how this photographer cut off the feet. In the last critique, I was really big on not cutting off body parts, and this is exactly what I mean right here by cutting off body parts. If you're gonna do full body, I always make sure to do full body. I try my best not to cut off the head, not to cut off the feet. And that's exactly, I would love to see which shoes that this model is wearing, but I can't because the photographer cut off the feet in the photo, which is okay. It really does happen sometimes. But I also don't like how I can't see her left arm. I always want my models to be doing something with their hands, either holding on to something, posing, doing whatever. I never let them just have their arms straight or just hidden behind them. I really don't like to do that. And for some reason, I really just don't like shadows in my photos. That doesn't look right. So I feel like obviously there's going to be a shadow here because it looks like the light is coming from in front of her, highlighting her whole entire face and body. But I don't understand why those two little white backdrops are there. I just wish that it was just green behind her, like pure green all over the photo, so there would be no shadow. It would just be the model. And I feel like this bracelet, it could match with this outfit. I feel like it could, but right now the bracelet's looking a little bit off to me, like it's not supposed to be there. Or maybe like different colored bracelets, like those bead bracelets. I feel like that would match better with this kind of outfit, especially like in the jungle with a lot of greens in the background and stuff with a tree. Yeah. Other than that, the model's face is so beautiful and has so much like expression in it. It's just like, I honestly love this photo so much. Okay, so this next photo is by photographer Lucas Lohman Photo, and the model's name is Zoe Ray. Alright, so right off the bat, I don't like how her bottom foot is kind of hiding in the little green bush down there, but that's not the main issue with this photo. I feel like the main issue with this photo is the person walking in the background. For me, if I hired a photographer to take photos for me, I would not want photo bombers in my photos, especially if I'm paying really, really good money for these professional photos to be taken, I don't want any strangers or photo bombers in the background. So I'm so big on either waiting till they leave or moving to a different spot, or maybe edit them out. But that does take a lot longer. But I'm not a fan of having photo bombers in the background, either walking or with their head in the photo instead of their face. I just really don't like that. I've never liked that. And yikes. But that is the main thing with this photo. I like the pose, I like the expression, I like that I can see her neck because her hair is behind her neck, and I really love that. This little white dot on this gray thing behind her is a little bit distracting, and if I was editing this, I would have edited that out. So that's all I have for this photo. Other than that, very, very well done. Okay, so the last photo critique for today is by Braxton Design, and this model is Zoe Ripple. So, I know I'm saying right off the bat a lot, but I don't like the feet cut off at the bottom, because there is such thing in photography language, in the photography world, where it's like full body, and it's like, you call this in film, but it's kind of like a cowboy shot where it's like from the waist up. So if anything, I feel like this should have been a waist up, maybe not a full body. But then again, if it was full body, I would like to see more shape in this model's posing instead of just, you know. I love the head tilt, and the necklace is so pretty, and I don't really like the expression in her face. It just feels really bland. I wish it was a little bit more like something a little bit more instead of just, you know. But honestly, that comes with time, and modeling is not easy at all, and I know that. But I really like how she had her other arm in her pocket. That was a really nice touch. And I wish the photographer caught this from a different angle, maybe at the bottom, or maybe she could have pulled it with her arm bent a little bit and made like a shape with her body, and then have like her hand up looking down at the camera. That's how I would have shot this. And her shirt seems a little bright to me, not necessarily overexposed, but you definitely want to watch out for those whites and blacks in the photo, because they can really kill off the vibe of the photo. So other than that, this was a very good job, and I love the colors in this photo. So that was it for this week's episode of Brianna's Photo Critiques. If you want me to critique your photos, DM me on Instagram at briannalisaphotography, or email me at briannalisaphotography@outlook.com. Bye guys. Hey guys, it's future Brianna here editing. And I forgot to mention that the photographer Lucas Lohman photo is so awesome. Like, he's such a funny guy, and he's amazing. So give him a follow down below. I'm gonna link his Instagram, and I'm gonna link all the other Instagrams of all the models and photographers down below. And I think he's around like 30, 31 by the time of this recording. And yeah, give all of them a follow down below. Bye guys.